Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. We're not afraid, but we'll stay here and hold... Roger that. We're on you.
Be prepared.
All wrapped up. We should go tell the sergeant what happened.
You're back in one piece. I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
They said you're free to come and go.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
When you see security loses an officer,
there you are.
I make it my
I
responsibility
believe
to call their family.
we have some things we should discuss.
Got a lot of calls to make now.
The loss of life, the damage to the spaceport.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
My officers weren't prepared for what happened at the spaceport.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer
Right,
Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data. Dealing with ambassadors? I think I'd rather fight more terramorphs.
Hey. These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the Cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Someone paid attention in current events. So, access to the archives is only granted UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC's already on board, so get them both and you'll have...
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we...
And I do mean co-op, though that...
But it does mean we need to get you up. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you
use your experiences,
and who knows? But my suspicion...
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which...
But getting caught trespassing...
So, if you...
Now, we recovered, but there's also a disgruntled... Yes, many. Don't steal it. If something goes wrong...
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Radcliffe. He works closely with the ambassador. And someone... All right. Here, your diplomatic ID.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ambassador Balmore's... When the rest of House Varun retreated into... He's since lent his support, though claiming to know how...
Well, these days, House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the... But that hasn't... After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about... It's why they have an embassy here in the first... Leaving behind, to our knowledge...
It does, but we're not 100% sure about his public appearances. Scans of the facility show like...
Your task is to find him and...
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we've snuck in the occasional spot. But we're quite sure... The Varun delegation, well, it seems those plants have been... It would at least be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option. Here, this device should get you all... And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been...
Now, if you have additional questions, I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Be smart out there, Captain.